So I've seen things and I can't talk about things, which is interesting. I've never had this happen before. I, if y'all notice in my community post 2 days ago, I had posted that, hey, I'm in New York. Maybe I'll stop by and see Google. They did say that I could talk about that. Yes, I was there. I was there for a content capture session, and that's about it. I can't really say anything else, but I was told because I've been made privy to things, I can't talk about speculative stuff until the phone comes out. So if you're, I might have to throttle it back a little bit over the next couple of days, which we just have a couple of days, right? I mean, 4 days till the phone comes out. So whatever we're gonna get, whenever it comes to the Pixel 10 series phones, I gotta go radio silence a little bit. I can't comment on speculative things whenever it comes to the phones, but I will say I am more excited than ever after having been there. And that's really all I'll say on this matter. But the Pixel 10 series phone's going to come out on August the 20th, and I'm really excited. So, the Pixel 9 series phone's been fantastic. I've talked about the deals this last week. I mean, shoot, if it may still be on sale. I made a video about it yesterday. The Pixel 9 Pro Fold was on sale for $11.99. The Pixel 9 Pro was on sale for $6.99. The Pixel 9 was on sale for $5.99. And utterly amazing, fantastic phones that Google's done a really good job with. And those price points are just insane. So I did make a video talking about should you wait or should you skip the Pixel 10 and buy a Pixel 9 now? And this has nothing to do with the other day, but those deals are really, really insane. And then, of course, we've seen the stuff that's leaked out on, well, not even leaked out, Google put it out themselves. I'm really excited about the Pixel 10 Pro Fold because of what I saw from the Made by Google ad the other day and the unfolding, the color, the design, all that stuff. Of course, it still looks like the design from last year, which wasn't my most favorite design ever. I don't know what it is, but when you look at that top left corner, kind of where it connects to the frame and it has like that little squared off notch, it just really messes up with the feng shui for me whenever it comes to the device. I don't know. But yeah, that looks really cool. They've of course done their backhanded commercial videos aimed at Apple, criticizing them and saying, "Hey, if your phone, if you've been waiting for a feature for a whole year, maybe you should go ahead and change." Or, "Hey, if your phone has looked the same for years and years and years, maybe you should go ahead and change." And I thought those things were great. I think that there's a good. I really hate to use this expression. You kids use it all the time. This whole vibe thing. I don't know. I think it's a resurgence from like the 70s or something, but I hate the expression. But there's this vibe going on right now whenever it comes to the Pixel Aura. I guess the Google Pixel guys are aura farming right now, getting ready for the launch event to come up. And it's just really cool with all the things that have been going on. And then another big, huge lineup with the phones. I mean, last year, whenever they launched four at the same time, it was madness. So we're going to get a refresh of that, which will be cool. But yeah, I'm just excited. I don't know have a whole lot else I can say there because I can't anymore. I usually like to talk about some of this stuff as we get up closer, but whenever it comes to price, trade-ins, specs, speculation, all that stuff, unfortunately, this is the first time I've ever run into this. If Google gets pissed off that I'm saying this, I don't know. I don't think it's a bad thing. It's just one of those things where as we get closer, there's a lot of stuff that goes out there and there can be bad information. I've accidentally talked about the wrong things before, or other people talk about the wrong things, or they're like, this is it. And case in point. So yesterday, somebody had posted out saying, hey, it looks like the invitation for the Apple event for the iPhones has been leaked. And then it was making its way around, and then it came out that no, that is not actually the Apple invitation. I mean, I wouldn't know because Apple doesn't send me an invitation, nor will they ever send me an invitation. But it's just one of those things where when it comes to phone launches, whenever it comes to this stuff, there can always be bad information that's put out there. There can always be stuff that gets misconstrued, or people get their hypes up or hopes up about something, or they get disappointed about something. Um, so I understand the need and the necessity behind it, but I think it takes away a little bit from the fun also. But I'm excited about stuff, and I'd love to hear what you guys are excited about. So maybe we'll do a reverse here. What are you most excited about from what you've seen and what you've heard? Or which phone are you most looking forward to getting? Or what are you upgrading from? Are you looking forward to new colors? Are you looking forward to changing phones? Maybe you're going to try a foldable for the first time. Maybe you're going to dial in and get a Pixel 10 Pro Fold. Or are you upgrading from an older Pixel? Are you moving over to Pixel? Right? Because that's one of the biggest things we've been looking at for the last couple of years. And I know that the revolution hasn't been as big here in the United States, but in Japan it's been massive, right? Like 450% increase in Pixel sales over the last 2 years in market share, reaching like 10-15%. And that's just incredible. And people have been like, oh, nobody buys Pixel phones. And I have to correct people all the time. So many people like to make these over generalizations. They fall into the logical fallacy category. And they're like, oh, over generalizations, or throwing other stuff out there, all the hyperbole involved in their language where they're like, nobody's going to buy this, blah, 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 blah. And it's something that's really frustrating because I'm like, well, it's just from a position of ignorance. You don't know what you're talking about. But people buy these things and people do love them as they've seen them. And it's funny because I was on the subway and I see, when I go to New York, I see a lot of pixels. I see them all. I mean, there are millions of people there. I don't see them in as much in my limited view that I have when I'm back in Houston, in the suburbs anyway. But every time I'm on the subway or when I'm walking around in New York City, I see people with Pixel phones. Or when I was in Tokyo, I saw a lot of people with Pixel phones. Or whenever I travel, even when I was in LA earlier this year, I see people with Pixel phones. So I see more and more people are getting them. And it was cool because I was on the New York subway shooting a surprise video, which actually is not Pixel related, um, just a few days ago. And there was a lady that was standing in front of me, and she had not only a Pixel, but she had the matching Pixel buds with the same color to go along with it. So I think that we're going to see more and more of this. And I think it's a great thing as a Pixel person. You know, I have been kind of a self-ordained, self-appointed ambassador for Pixel for a long time, and it's not a Pixel fanboy because I call the good, I call the bad, balls and strikes. I try and do that as much as possible, but I've wanted to have a good third brand ever, especially since LG went away, and LG going away really was kind of like that eye-opening moment where I'm like, we've got to hang on to what we got, and hopefully these guys will push the envelope because if anybody can do it, it's Google. Google makes Android. They make the Pixel phones, so they should make good stuff, right? That's the whole principle behind it. Ideally, you'd think that's how it works, and they've done a good job. And you can see the progression where we've gone from the 6 to the 7 to the 8 to the 9. Now we're going to the 10, and then the software support, retaking that industry lead status, is getting the updates out first. Android 16, they pushed it out super fast, way ahead of a lot of other guys. So I think we're primed for success. I think that it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to the launch, and then I'll be able to talk about it, and I'll have stuff that I can share with you guys. Still no invitation to the big show. I did get invited to actually a pop-up event after the show, which was semi-exclusive, but unfortunately, I had an appointment that I have to be here in Houston for that day because I'm getting ready to do a bunch of traveling overseas, and I've got a doctor's appointment that I couldn't miss. So sadly, I could not make the pop-up event, but thank you, Google, for inviting me to that, and then also, being there for the content capture. I will have stuff day one. Whenever the phone stuff drops, I will have videos for you guys for the first time ever with hands on. So I'm really, really excited about that. I probably should have started the video with that instead of saying it at 9 minutes in. But for those of you who are the wonderful, dedicated people who watch my videos, you'll know that whenever the embargo drops, the event starts, I will have content for you guys. So I'm super excited about it. And it's all because of you. If you guys didn't show up, if you guys weren't such amazing and thoughtful supporters that are here all the time watching my videos, helping this channel to succeed, allowing me to follow and live my dream of being a giant tech nerd that gets to review stuff. I mean, this wouldn't happen, right? So we've been here for a long time talking about the Pixel phones, and it's finally because of you guys and all your effort and support has paid off. So thank you for that. You're going to reward yourself this go around. And that's pretty much all I got. So if you have any questions, comments, gripes, concerns, complaints, I really can't talk about it. But I can say, yeah, let's look forward to the 20th. And I just wanted to talk about that for transparency's sake, too. It's not something that I think is inherently bad, but I might not be able to talk as much stuff until the phones come out. But hey, 4 days, I think we'll live right. But I like to be on the level with you. So that's all I got. If you enjoy the videos, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out, especially for the Pixel stuff. Because one day I will be the #1 Pixel channel on YouTube. Of course, everything else too. I cover Samsung. I cover BlackBerry still, keyboard phones. I made laptop videos here recently. I cover a lot of stuff. So yeah, make this your home for overly opinionated, half balding, middle-aged crisis dude who talks about phones, and we can make this great. So that's all I got. As always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you guys next time.